And this is part 3 of our 175 Honda restoration project for Ray Straub. Now I had some time to think about exactly how I wanted to do this project, because what's happened, we've taken care of all the big body work here. This is pretty much ready, just a little, and I'm doing it with my bare hands, wore a glove. I want to find any spot that might need a little dusting off. I think we're in good shape here. I think we're in real good shape, in fact. One little spot up here that I'll just take care of with a, get here, and it's a tiny spot. It looks like it just had a little, picked up a little bit of schmutz along the way. That'll do it. Yeah, that'll be fine. Now, here's the issue that I have to deal with, and it's something, let me get the picture out here. This is the bike. This is actually the bike in Florida. I have 2 pictures to work with. You can see the body work on the tank and the chips and the paint and everything. But here's the problem. See, originally what I thought, I would paint the whole tank white, then backmask the white. Well, the problem is then this red is not going to match this red perfectly, or I'm going to need 25 coats of red over the white. And I did have that issue with Glenn's Ducati, so I didn't want to deal with that. And I thought the lesser of 2 evils is going to be, I'm just going to paint the whole tank red, backmask the top, that'll give me the stripe, and then paint it white. So rather than belabor this whole thing, I guess the lesser of 2 evils here is going to be to just dust sand this very, very lightly with some 600, just to get any dust that's in it off, and paint the whole tank red. I really didn't want to do it that way, but it's the lesser of 2 evils, because, and I remember that time with Glenn when we were painting his fairings, and some of the primer was white and some was gray, and a red. These red colors are so thin. Until you've experienced it, you don't know. You put the part out in the sun, and with Vlad's bike, we went crazy with Vlad's bike with all the reds that didn't match, and he got paint from Europe and everything. Well, you know what? I'm going to cut my losses. Then I know one thing for sure that I buy by doing this. This red will match the side covers, and then all I have to worry about is I'll probably need 5 more coats of white to make the white that's going to be only the bottom of the tank, and I don't care about that, really. There are a couple little items, and I'm being real fussy here, of course. I have a hard block, some 1000 grit paper, and I'm going to just, you know what happened when we were priming this the last time, I don't remember, the wind was really blowing, it was raining part of the day, and there's a couple little imperfections in this, but the 1000 grit paper will get this all straightened out. Just one extra little step, but it's hopefully going to pay some dividends in the final product. Now 1000 grit leaves a nice, even obviously better than 600, so that should mean any little spot we have on this, any little dust in the paint, this should be as close to being perfect as you can make this. I did a lot of little extra detailing on this, and I think it's going to pay, and I'm sure it's going to pay in the final out. There's some spots back here that weren't just right. It's a spot over here. We'll be all set. Get that out, and I hope it's, we've had bad weather the last couple days. Not nice weather. Well, at least we have a little bit of sun today. Not much though. I wanted to Ray had said these tanks rot out right around the seam, so I'll try to get a little extra paint down there. Now I can get the rest of it. Now I got to be real careful to get down in by these emblems. This is such a pain in the ass with these emblems. And I want to get all around the seam of the tank and down in there where the emblem, this emblem's a little bit crooked, but that pot metal, I'm afraid if I even try to bend them, they're going to break, and I know they're probably very difficult to get. And probably what would happen is, if you went to buy this, they'd have the other side, but not this side. Now, of course, what we're going to try to do is wait 20 minutes, 3 coats 20 minutes apart. Now, next time we get to work on this, we'll lay out the red stripe. This, of course, has to dry overnight. We'll lay out the red stripe, lay out the white stripe, back mask this port, check detail out that all the parts, there's no flaws. The bodywork looks real nice in this. The only nasty thing are those emblems. That really annoys me that we don't have new emblems, or, well, maybe Ray can get them at some future time. At the end of every day, I try to look around and see how the parts are drying up. These have dried up really nice. These parts from the other day are fine. They're ready for the clear, in fact. And I thought, hey, you know, if I have a little piece of scrap left over from the wrap, I wonder if we could even wrap these side covers, would keep them from taking a beating. But in the meantime, we've moved right along. We're ready. Next time we get to work on this, we'll get that white stripe on and the clear, and then decide if we want to put a wrap on those. They probably would work out pretty good. We'll see. And as I say at the end of every video, if you have a passion for motorcycles, a passion for restorations, a passion for life, I guess it's not a whole lot different. And we really do enjoy working on these projects. The RD in particular, when we brought that bike back from life, this one came back from a hard life in a dumpster. The Suzuki I've owned since the day it was new. The FZR, I don't even want to say where we got that bike. Luciano will tell you the story. And of course, my favorite, my baby. Oh my God. It's been a great adventure working on these motorcycles and sharing it on YouTube. And I hope you've enjoyed sharing it too, and maybe you'll dive into one of these projects yourself. Anyway, thanks for watching.